line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up.
And hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We are live here tonight with Pottlez Racing League here at Iriwndale Speedway. Hi again, everyone. I'm Christian, the Crusader driver. Welcome back to PTM Racing TV, and welcome back to our showcase of the late model drivers in the Pottlez Racing League series. Before we get down to introductions here, let's go ahead and run it down with our gridding order. We'll start them on the pole. That'll be the 16 of Christopher No Shift. Don't ever call the man Pit Pendle. In the 16 Machine Autism Awareness Speaks car. Rowan is outside. Will be the 24 of Kayla McCarthy in the mid-seas air conditioning and heating 24. Row number 2, we're going to see the 21 of Robert the Rattlesnake Khan in the Home Depot. Number 21 to his outside will be the Go 79 of Jesse Baker. Row 3, we're going to see the 11 of Warren Young, and then to her outside will be the Cindy, the Closer Taylor, and the Ghostbusters number 7 machine. Row 4, we're going to see Matthew Hofford in the 20 Good Wrench powered machine. His outside, that'll be Matthew Hofford in the 84 Red Bull Chevrolet. Row 5, we see Dustin Rouse in the 30. His outside will be the 5 of Chantel, the Throttle Pottle. Shotguns on our field tonight. Lance Brangler in the 3, the Good Wrench service car, and to his outside, making his debut to PTM Racing TV, that's Jason Wright in the 54. And then last but not least, Shane Ledoux in the 55 Chevrolet. Our drivers are ready to go here. Our drivers are ready, rack, stack, and all that, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a good time and about. It's good to have you on by. Candace B. McCarthy has joined us on in. She's still loving her baby and loving to see her race. It's always good to have you on board here, Candace. Let's situate this one out. We'll get one little pace lap around. Look at our field of drivers here tonight. This is a stacked field, as we like to call it. This is a loaded field and a ready-to-go field. Working on a setup that is not the iRacing setup, but a different setup. Something that's going to be allowing them to get a little bit more control on the later half of this run when it comes to tire burning wise. But also, in my opinion, this is probably going to be the best setup for anybody that's on fresher tires, because they can really run it in deeper and really run that line off that spot. We'll see as it comes on down who's going to get what in this position as we start them off. Green flag flies. Off an early start. The 16 of Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pit Pendle, off to the early run. The 24 of Kayla McCarthy now battles it in with Robert the Rattlesnake on in the 21 Home Depot machine. Side by side, they take it already down on the bottom. Here comes the 79 there of Jesse Baker. Baker now in the go 79. Works him on by on that front straightaway with a hard run and a half coming his way. He looks him on in as he continues to hard charge his way up to the front. Currently in the third slot, a little bit of contact made there in the back. You heard a little damage there. Looks like that was between Cindy the Closer Taylor and Matthew Hofford, or possibly the 11 of Warren Young. Caution is out though. Caution is out. Trouble there for Chantel, the Throttle Pottle off the start, and Lance Brandlinger. Damage on his end. Let's go to the replay and find out what happened here. What the heck happened to this one? Let's look at it from another angle here. Let's see what happened in this case. Drove it a little too deep, got it in there, and ends up taking Rouse for a ride. And oh boy, that 5 took a hard hit there. Not what you want to see from Chantel at all. Used to seeing her much better on the corners here, and that definitely was not the way you expect from her. Let's take a look at it from a replay here. You'll see him come on down that front straightaway. You'll see him get really close to that tire barrier. You got to be careful on how hard you drive it in. Overdrive it, and you're going to have a bunch of issues like that just happened right there. And that, unfortunately, was what set the tone for her start of the race. And Brandlinger, serious damage up on that front end right now. He'll have to get that fixed up ASAP. So off the early going here, the 16 of Christopher Pendle will have the race lead with Kayla McCarthy in second, third, Jesse Baker, fourth, Robert Kahn, and then fifth, the 20 of Jeffrey Oakes. Candace B, it's good to hear from you again, saying what's up, Crusader. Always good to have you on board, girl. Deborah Shriver has joined us on in, and I believe we have a few more folks still coming on in here. So Andrew Sprackland as well with us. Good to have you on board here, buddy. We'll get the drivers ready to go here. As they bring them on around real quick. Give you guys a little heads up that tonight's race is sponsored in part by our good friends over at Matt Mills Racing Team, the best Xfinity team out there sponsoring and supporting Pedal to the Metal Racing League this season. If you want to support Matt Mills Racing today, be sure to follow them up at Matt Mills Racing on Facebook and Twitter. And of course also by Mid-Cities here, conditioning and heating. Ever find yourself in need of a little bit of a heating cooling units to be fixed in Keller, Richland, Texas? Stop on over to Mid-Cities Heating and Cooling for a troubleshoot. They'll get the job done right the first time. and by Affordable SEO and Marketing. Affordable SEO and Marketing is with services provided like web design, pay-per-click advertising, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pins, candy, and more. It's time you outrank your competition online today. One to go now has been initiated here. We'll bring him on down. Hey, how you doing down there, Andrew? Everybody is situated out here, and looks like Chantel getting back out on the track. Caution stays out here. One thing we will say about the league here is that you will see the drivers occasionally, if they go into pit road there, they have to give a fair shake to everybody. They will give only a set amount of laps back to each driver, depending on the situation and what happened. It generally is, though, if you're on a lap down, you'll get your lap back, and then there's a lucky dog that gets that little position as well. So all of it depends on who goes where and who does what, but you know, you can't just be driving aggressively and expect to get your luck back from that. You have to be smart about how you race out there. That definitely is the case right now. As we bring them on around here, we will see the drivers bring them back to life here. The stars in the cars as time by are saying we're ready to go. Here we go, coming on out of turn 3. McCarthy kind of falling back here off the start. I'm not sure if maybe she just doesn't want to deal with anything with Pendle off those starts, or if she's just not getting up there quick enough. But it's definitely not the smartest move in my opinion, but it looks like she got a better start off that as we got the green flag flying up in the air here. On around we go here now. The 3 wide salute initiates there right down the bottom. Here comes Jeffrey Oaks to the inside there of Jesse Baker. 3 wide, they hold it. The late models are in full force and on the attack here. They hang on to that one. Look at that hold up by. Yeah, baby, that's what you call racing right there. Out of turn 2 they go. Clean as a whistle. Oaksy tried to make a move. Couldn't quite get the momentum on there on the inside. He takes Lemon for a ride. Warren Young gets spun out around that Holly 11 machine, gets tapped by Oaksy. And unfortunately not what you wanted to see there in this case. Hard little lick and a noggin knocker there. Definitely a bad spot for there for Warren Young, but he'll have to try to bring that back on in. We'll see how well that plays later in the race here. We'll come on by yet as we continue on forth with this one. Pendle off the early start, still has the race lead here. Not holding back against anybody here. He's got a sizable distance on everybody. While McCarthy goes to the outside line, trying to match what Pendle's doing. Pendle's trying to run more of a middle line, trying to get the groove there. Definitely holding on for what it's worth here. Still doing what he can here. Getting at everything he can back out of here as you bring him on around. Through we go here. Robert the Rattlesnake Khan desperately trying to hang in this one. He's got Jesse Baker in that 79, kind of starting to move up a little bit into position, trying to really work him on in, try to give him something here. Usually the Quaker State 21 down tonight is the Home Depot number 21, that being Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake. Usually has a fan base in here. I'm kind of wondering where everybody went as of late for him. But so far, though, he's doing pretty good, doing his own thing here. Right on around Cindy Taylor, the closer. She's off to a strong start as usual, but in my opinion, she's really laying low and laying back. So that's one thing I've always said about her, is that she's extremely good at laying low and then coming in harder later on the track. So I expect halfway past this race, we're going to start seeing some maneuvers from her. Shane Ledoux in that 55, the number right now in the 8th spot currently. He's had good luck on the short tracks. If you remember, it was a while back. He was at Thompson. He had a tremendous battle up there, dealing with some guys like Dakota Bruh and JT Action and Jesse Baker. Really showcasing what they can do here. Aaliyah Slaughter has joined us on in as well. It's good to have you aboard here, and hope you're enjoying the show so far. Right on around as they go here on that front straightaway. We got some movement down here in the back here. Here comes the 79 and Jesse Baker trying to work the go, go, go machine. Works them on in, coming down that backstretch. Trying to get a run and a half there on the Home Depot 21 of Robert Kahn. You're on board here with Jesse. Watch him try to work that inside line, try to make his pass on by. It's extremely difficult to move past anybody and really get a run here. It's almost like Bristol in a way, and kind of Thompson as well. You have to kind of wait for them to make a mistake, make a bobble there, and then take advantage when the time comes. Through and through they go here. You can still see Baker trying to get a draft, trying to get that inside corner panel there of Robert Kahn, but Rattlesnake not giving him any answers here, or any chances, as they continue him on by now. Shane Ledoux in the 55 looking to challenge the 7 of Cindy, the closer Taylor. Cindy works it on in the outside line. Shane Ledoux trying to get more of the middle line here, as he's got the 30 of Dustin Rouse right behind him here. Trying to work that bomber 30 machine around. You can see where he's been driving. He's really trying not to overdrive it in those corners. You can see how much he's laying off on that throttle and then kind of bringing it back in a little harder off that spot. Seems to be working okay for him right now, but he's really got to start to build up the momentum here if he wants to catch up with these guys. While throwing on around yet again, we still continue him on by here. Everybody's still jockeying for position. Jeffrey Oaks in that 20 machine, still doing his own thing, still kind of hanging in there with these guys and doing what he's got here for this one. As Jesse Baker right now still trying to ease and trying to squeeze a little bit more gap away from Robert and try to sneak his way by. But I'm telling you, man, Robert's not going to give you any chances. He's going to fight to the end if he has to. Speaking of fighting to the end, how about this? The Pride of Texas, Caleb McCarthy, doing battle there with Christopher No Shift. Don't call the man Pit Pendle. He's always on the attack. He's always up for a fight here. He's never been one to give up. But he had, in my opinion, though, it's been a lackluster season for Pendle, whether it had been in the ARCA or the late models. He's either been in bad luck or he's had strokes of unfortunate luck. Oh, and I don't think that's going to help him any. Caleb McCarthy gets right into the back bumper there, and that slows him down big time. But that slowed her down as well. That opened the door up for Robert Kahn. McCarthy trying to get back up on the top side, the slider up on the top, and Robert couldn't quite defend her off. Now McCarthy getting back her spot here and trying to hang in this one. Jesse Baker, I thought he had a good chance to make a pass there. That's one thing with these late models you're going to see is they're going to get aggressive every now and then. They may get into one another, but they will not try to overdo it or over-ramp anybody when they're getting into those corners. They're going to try to hold their own and really spot their hits in when they can. Right now, as we bring him on around here, everyone's still jockeying for a position here. Everyone's still trying to figure out where to go. Chantel, the throttle Pottle, after that little incident she had there on turn 1, now starting to make him ground up. As you get a good look at the 54 there of Jason Reifer, making his PTM Racing television debut here. We've never seen this man out on the track, and right now he's kind of lying low and hanging in there. I think he's just trying to get a feel for the drivers here. I don't think he's trying to play any big moves here. Lance Brandlinger in that 3 machine right now. After that little headache he had earlier there when getting into Chantel, he's starting to fight back a little bit more here. They come on about at turn 4. Each driver kind of doing their own thing, holding on their spot here. You can see the gap in distance that it is from the top side for Chantel and where Lance is trying to run the car. The only big problem though is when you're trying to run that middle line, you're trying to run that middle groove. It's easier said than done to get a good line there to work off of. And that definitely seems to be the case right now for these guys. That's one of Jeffrey Oaks right now, that Good Wrench Service Chevrolet. Still right now, after that little earlier incident he had with Warren Young, been running it pretty stable and pretty good here. Jesse Baker, though, has fallen behind the waistline here. Now the Matthew Hoffer in the 84 has made his pass on by here. Not quite sure where the pass came from, but Jesse Baker right now is definitely falling back further and further as Robert Kahn now gets the draft really working on McCarthy. And McCarthy, we're going on board here with her. You can see how hard she is working that wheel and how tight she is trying to keep that thing on line. That's the one thing I'm going to tell you right now, guys. If you're going in turn 2 or turn 4, if you overdrive that exit, you're going into the wall. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. I know they're running on a really good setup that can really allow them to run a better line there and a better rhythm. But let me tell you something. When you're running that outside line, patience, timing is everything when it comes to running the spot. There is some room down there on the bottom, but my biggest complaint is that the only way you're going to run that bottom is if you're going to make a pass. So if you're going to go and diamond it off of the top and back down on the bottom, you can do that. But you need to make sure your tires are ready and stable before you even make that jump. And that's exactly right now what everybody's trying to do. They're just trying to lay low and stay into position and work them on by. The Rattlesnake Robert Kahn trying to hang in this one and still try to fight with McCarthy. It wasn't too long ago back at Charlotte Motor Speedway, we had a little incident where those two got into it on the final lap out of turn 3, unfortunately. Hard racing to be had and be sure, but aggressive driving unfortunately cost both of them, which gave this man right here, the 84 Red Bull machine of Matthew Hofford, his very first oval asphalt win. It wasn't actually, funny story there, it was only a week before that, he was actually able to get his first career Pedal to the Metal Racing League win, and when he ran in the dirt stocks at USA International Speedway, he ended up beating the likes of McCarthy, myself included, and Chantel the Throttle Pottle and Warren Young. Dustin Rouse was there as well as Jeffrey Oaks. He had a long road to get through there, and he did a good job to get that win, and I'll give him that any day of the week. But right now, guys, as we continue on by here, we got to cut to a quick commercial break, but when we come right back with you, we'll be right here with some more late models here from Pedal to the Metal Racing League. Don't go anywhere. Tonight's race sponsored also in part by our good friends over at Amber's Floral Creations. If you're looking for some flowers for that special someone, be sure to visit and call up Amber's Floral Creations at 321-228-3135. Buy Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies is supplying up the trophies for the winners of each season. If you're looking to get the best hardware or a special gift or decoration for a loved one or a family member or friend this holiday season, set up your way. Visit up www.bobscustomtrophies.com today. And yes, I did not stutter. I did say trophies because this is what these drivers are after this season. Each one will get a series championship trophy and their division for what they win with other prizes included. SimRacingMerch.com, the one-stop shop for all your sim racing merchandise needs, including shirts, hats, mugs, and more. Be sure to visit SimRacingMerch.com today to get your sim racing swag on. And then bring him on back out of turn 1 to the forward. They go in turn 1, I should say. And McCarthy's starting to gain some ground there on the 16 of Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pit Pendle. Still fighting that car up a little bit, man. Mendel's not giving up, but he's got a little bit of a dent for what McCarthy got him earlier. And McCarthy doesn't really look like she's got any damage on that front end. Looks like the car is pretty much in a good, stable condition right now. As they continue on by here, everybody's still jockeying for position, running their line here, running their race here. We'll see how this one plays out for him, but right now, in my opinion, Pendle has done the best job at staying in the rhythm and staying in position. Let me tell you something, folks. There's a lot of racing to be had here. And there's not a lot of ground and a lot of mistakes. And look at this now. Here comes McCarthy. The Pride of Texas looking to the inside, trying to get a run there on Pendle. She sees the corner panel. She's trying to get a jump on that bottom. She can't quite get the run, though, on the exit. She's trying, though, man. She's getting a good run off that trap there that's created between her and Robert Kahn. But Pendle is doing a tremendous job holding the top line and staying off the wall. And it's definitely showing here. You can see right now Matthew Hofford there in that 84 Red Bull machine. He's got Jesse Baker in the go speedster coming around. I believe that's a Speed Racer if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong there. Coming on around down that back straightaway here. Just about halfway into this one here, folks. And this has been a solid race to be sure. McCarthy desperately trying, and I mean trying, to find a way around Pendle. Pendle slowed up quite a bit there. He had to back off, get the corner to set in. That set McCarthy back quite a bit. Can't overdrive it after so long, folks. I'm going to tell you right now. Watch, you see that turning in that steering wheel? That's how hard they're going to be turning them. They're almost going to go into a 90 to 95 degree angle to the left when they get that car set up into the turn. Because they're trying to stay off that wall. They can't overdo it, the throttle-wise, that is. They've got to be patient about it. They've got to try to keep that wheel as straight as possible to gain more momentum and to straighten it out a lot better. And that's exactly what you see right now with Hofford as he continues to do it on in here. In the back of the pack here, you see Cindy, the closer, Taylor. What did I say earlier about her getting a little bit closer on that halfway point? She's starting to make some rhythm here. We're on board here with her. You pay close attention right there. You see not as much turn there. She's not doing as much there. She's definitely running it like the way she needs to and the way she needs and the way she knows how to. That's what's giving her the advantage here. Mike Hill saying someone diving low. Well, that's the only way you're going to make a pass here. But I'll tell you, one person is diving it low. That's Caleb McCarthy, the pride of Texas, yet again trying to get a run there on the inside. Can't quite clear Pendle, though. Pendle is just continuing to commit to his line and commit to his spot, defending off anything that McCarthy has in store for him. Right out around they go here yet again out of turn 4. Can he hold it one more time? They're side by side off that front straightaway, though. The exit gives the more drag race. Woo! Oh, that could have been dangerous. They got into that one. They about touched. Oh, buddy. Oh, my boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a heated battle coming out of turn 4. McCarthy might have saved up a little bit more than Pendle. Pendle starting to look to fade away a bit. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but if McCarthy can get a good run there, she can really make it worth her while and get something going. Jason Reifer has gone in pit side here. It looks like he's trying to get things taken care of and try to get that car situated back on in. The 3 of Lance Brandlinger and the 11 of Warren Young kind of doing battle here. Warren, unfortunately, after that little spin out he had with Oaksy earlier, he hasn't been able to regain any of that ground and time up. And obviously Chantel, unfortunately, 2 laps down because of having to go into pit side there because of a blown motor. They towed it on in and got it fixed up, but right now, still struggling. Look at this now. No, I don't see any struggles here. Look at this. Jeffrey Oaks to the outside, Cindy to the inside. They were side by side coming down that front straightaway in turn 1. Bringing them on around they go. Here the Ghostbusters. Number 7 is Cindy, the closer. Taylor looking for the run, looking for the jump. Trying to hang in this one here, trying to battle it on in. Matthew Hoffer in that Red Bull 84. Still just, in my opinion, just trying to hang with the top drivers. Jesse Baker, man, what a season he's had, but just hasn't quite got over the hump, the mountain, if you will. He's had good races. He's had a few bad races, but it seems like he's always in that top 5, top 7 district. Right on around we go here. They continue on by here. McCarthy now looking to try to take that spot away from Pendle. Iriwndale definitely showcasing how hard it is to pass here and how hard it is to run a solid race when it comes down to it. But it looks like now the tire's starting to give there. You see a Hofford and the wall there out of turn 2. That will open up the door to Jesse Baker in that 79. Jesse trying to make a move there. Can't quite clear it there. Back on around we go here. Everybody still jockeying for position, still running their line here, making it on by here. Mal McCarthy to the back straight away, looking for the dive. Here she goes yet again. Try it this time. Will it work? Oh, Pendle got a little high on the outside there, but it seemed to not affect him at all. He still continues to hold his line. Robert the Rattlesnake Khan just waiting for another opening from McCarthy and maybe Pendle. They got into it earlier. McCarthy backed off to let Pendle get situated out. Not going to play dirty. She told me earlier today, man, ever since that little incident with Robert, I have been feeling terrible ever since, man. I don't want to race that way, and I never will race that way again. If something happens like that, I'll back off and give them a chance. But if it all comes down to it, I won't hesitate to try to run my race to the end. As we now come on down out of turn 3, down turn 4. This is the halfway point, and McCarthy looks like she's starting to get a little bit more momentum on there on Pendle. Pendle's in trouble. He knows it. He's trying to defend. He goes to the bottom. Goes a little lower than he wanted to there, I think, and he slowed McCarthy's pace up. And that definitely was a showcase of what he's trying to do, trying to stay ahead of the curve here. You're on board here with Jesse Baker as you watch this tremendous battle up for the lead. 5 drivers that are definitely championship worthy. Robert the Rattlesnake Khan, last week's feature winner. Still looking to try to claim another title on his resume and trying to get another victory. Still holding out, doing his own thing here. You see the drivers work him on by. We're not done with this one yet, folks. Oh, a little bump there on the back there of Christopher No Shift. Don't call him Pit Pendle from McCarthy yet again. I think McCarthy's starting to get a little impatient with that kid over there. He's starting to, I don't know what the crew chiefs are telling him, but I can tell you, those spotters, man, when they get in your ear, sometimes it just annoys you too much, and it's like, man, I just want to pass them already. And I think that's right, she might. McCarthy trying to do it. Straight to the bottom, side by side, they take it around. Look at this now, side by side for the race lead. But Kendall's going to hold it off, just barely though, holy smokes. But not to be. McCarthy now finally has got the run and a half. Pendle might have overdone it. Has he run the high side a little too much? He seems to be fading. The car seems to be getting a little bit sifty, and that's not going to help him any. Or will it? McCarthy backs off yet again. All that run and battle she had there, she slowed it up. She did not want to take Pendle for a ride, and good on her, but man, I don't know about that. Look at Robert Kahn to the bottom. Slider up to the top. He tries to take it on. He couldn't quite get it. Now looks like Matthew Hopper's going to try to make pace with this one. Try to get something to go. He gets to the outside line, trying to make it around Robert. The outside is seemingly his run. Can't quite clear it. Halfway through this one, look at this. McCarthy back down to the bottom. They're side by side as they carry on around. Tremendous battling up front right now between these drivers. Oh! Woohoo! Look out down there! Oh! Oh my goodness and a half. McCarthy got too aggressive with Pendle, and it ended up costing her and Robert Kahn when you least expected it. Oh my goodness. What a hit and what a tough break. They did not want to see that. They did not want that at all. What on earth? Oh my goodness. We're going to the replay here in a minute. Let's see what happened here. Let's take a closer look at this one from another angle. Watch carefully. Right there. Tap. Cornered off there. Pendle gets into it. And I don't think McCarthy and Pendle were obviously trying to spin each other out. I think Pendle was just trying to recenter and ended up going the wrong way there. Let's go on board here with Pendle and see. Because in my point of view, that looked like a really strong racing there from McCarthy to try to make that move on by there at Pendle. But I want to see what happened with the steering here. We'll see what happened here with it coming around. See if maybe we can get a better idea of this. Here's a spin. And it looks to me like Pendle was trying to recenter it. And unfortunately, the car was still turned one way and he couldn't quite get it back around, costing him time and ground. And that will give the drivers a chance to finally get in pit road and get a fresh set of tires. And it looks like Chantel, the throttle pile, stays on out. I think she'll still be a lap down, though, if I'm not mistaken. And Christopher, no shift, don't call pit. Pendle missing pit road by a little smidge there. So, but don't worry, folks. We'll be right back with some more Pedal to Metal Racing League here on PTM Racing TV. Tonight's race is also sponsored in part by our good friends over at Pottlez Wrapz. Pottlez Wrapz, if you're looking to have your car, truck, vehicle match your style on the track, then be sure to hit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. It's such a low and affordable price. You can get your creations brought to life on the track. So what are you waiting for? Visit Pottlez Wrapz today to bring your ideas to life. And by our good friends over at Maconi Setup Shop. For just $5, you can have the fastest, baddest car to beat on the track anytime and any place to find the right setup for your track and car. Be sure to visit a Maconi Setup Shop today. For more information, if you don't believe me there, well, let this little commercial be the thing to tell you all about it.
At Maconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.maconisetupshop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Maconi Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
All right, folks, we'll get them on by this time around here, and it is time to go back to some green flag racing here. Off the start, Matthew Hoffert will lead him on by as Jesse Baker looks to try to capsulate his first win of the season. Regan him on in we go here. Hoffert slows up a little bit there, a little bit of damage from earlier in that little incident, And that seems to be slowing him down just a bit. Wait a minute. Caution's out. Caution's out. Caution is out. McCarthy was not on the pole. Neither was Jason Reif. Jason Reif there. So they are calling for the caution. They want the drivers re-racked, restacked, and all that. And they're not too happy. And the flagman was not too happy with the race officials for messing up that call. So they will get them situated out here. And get this one back on around here and see if we can bring everybody around and get them done it again. Alright folks, as we bring him on by here, we'll get this one situated out here and see how this one plays out. I believe the folks that were a lap down will get their lap back now. There's been a lot of hard racing out here, guys, and there's been a lot of good battles, but in my opinion, that battle between McCarthy and Pendle might be hard to top, although you never know. But nevertheless, Jesse Baker in the 79 Go 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 Speed Racer, looking to try to finally end his curse, end his troubles, and get the win he's been looking for all season long. He came so close at Thompson Speedway. He fought to this core to win that one. He couldn't quite do it. Is he finally got it in himself tonight to end that night? Or will it be another victory and the legacy for Matthew Hofford, who has yet to get 2 wins in on asphalt? He's got 1 in dirt, and he's got 1 on asphalt. He would love to get number 2 here tonight. Jeffrey Oaks is no stranger to being a victory leader. He won his very first series win back in the street stocks last season on the final night at USA International Speedway. He's a former champion. He has won many times out from the Heat Series. He is a driver that is well known to battle all the way through. But one driver that, in a lot of people's minds, and shocks me to this day, that hasn't got a race win in yet, is this one right here. Cindy, the closer, Taylor in the 7. She's had, I believe, like 7 or 8 runner-up finishes, been the bridesmaid for I don't know how many times, and yet she still has yet to finally get the monkey off her back and get that first win in. Is tonight her night either? Which one of these drivers will finally take home the gold, and who will take home the championship this season? Well, first, they've got to get through Iriwndale and get a win here. We'll work them on by. Not just yet. Looks like everybody was still getting situated on around. They weren't ready to go there, so flagman now initiating the one to go. They got to catch up to the pace car here and get situated by. Pace car is coming out at turn 2 here. Work them on through here. They'll get them on by and around here. And this time by now, it looks like we will be going green flag racing here. Let's make sure the drivers are rack stacked and all that. Don't want any bad starts on this one. Not this time of day. Here we go off the restart. We're back underway. 40 laps to the distance. Right on around we go here. Here comes the 20th. Jeffrey Oaks now swings it down to the bottom, bows it on through, trying to get up there with the 84. Matthew Hofford. Through and through we go here. Jesse Baker off to a strong start. Fresher tires on that car seems to be helping him out quite a bit. And he knows it. Cindy, the closer, Taylor, the outside line right now is a 7 of the Ghostbusters machine, trying to clear him on in, build up momentum to carry him on through. Back on around we go here down the back straightaway yet again. Lance Brainlinger in the good wrench service, number 3 now pulls it on through, trying to get up there with Cindy, a former champion, two former champions here on the series. Lance Brainlinger in the street stocks, Cindy in the legends. These two are champions in their own right, looking to try to claim victory here tonight. On around we go here yet again, back on through. They battle it on by. They are still at odds with one another. Everyone doing their run, making their way in. Through and through we go here as we continue on by. You see the drivers all situated out. Here comes the 11 of Warren Young now to the bottom line. Trying to make a big jump there, trying to get some positions up there. You can see the 20 of Robert, the Rattlesnake Con, trying to get something going as well. Christopher No Ship, don't call him Pip Endel, fighting his way from the back, from the outhouse, trying to get back into the White House. He was there earlier. Now he's trying to make up lost time and ground here and hope for the best. Through and on, out around, out of turn 3, back on down into turn 4 they go here. Warren Young still charging his way up, doing what he can to get back on around there, but he's got Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pip Endel, still hanging on the Autism Awareness Speak 16 sheet. The momentum continues. Keith Taylor has joined us on in now. He's saying rooting on for Cindy here. Brother to Cindy Taylor. Keith Taylor, it's good to have you on board, buddy. On around we go here. Everyone's still in position. Warren losing another spot. That goes now to the 5, but Chantel the Throttle Pottle. Through we go here. Jeffrey Oakes trying to hold his way in, trying to build up momentum to get him on out of turn 4. As the 84 of Matthew Hofford looking for win number 2. Jesse Baker looks for win number 1 tonight. It's been a tremendous season for Jesse Baker. It's been a hard, long-fought road for that man, but he's only got about 32 laps to complete before he can finally call himself a champion. Is it his tonight? Does he finally have what he's been looking for here? You see them come on and around out of turn 3, back on into turn 4 here. Jeffrey Oakes still running him up, running him on in, trying to get something to carry on through here. McCarthy has 4 laps down now. I believe that was due to the fact she was into that little incident and caused a wreck earlier. I don't know for sure. She could have also been pit side there and had some troubles. The 7 is Cindy Taylor now starting to close the gap. There's a reason why we call her the closer around here. Here she comes down on the high side. Back on in, we come on down out of turn 2 here. Jeffrey Oakes still trying to make way with what he's got, trying to hang in there with Hoffert. 2 long-time good friends. Started very similarly with Pedal to the Metal Racing League, but it was Jeffrey Oakes who got his very first win in. It was all the way back in Heat 4 when he won at Michigan. He took on the likes of JR 8865 and yours personally, the Crusader. What a battle we had there, man, in Michigan. We were fighting all the way through. I came into turn 1 and I threw a 3 wide there with him and the JR. And I wanted that win badly, but I knew I just couldn't quite keep up and I didn't want to cost either one of them, so I let them duke it out. Oaksy had the bottom line and I gave it everything I had on the top side. JR kind of was squished in the middle like a sandwich, and what a finish that was. It was tremendous to see that man finally get his first win in. And Matthew Hofford, even though he's a little bit late to the party, you know, when it comes to wins in the iRacing, to his buddy Oaksy there, who got his in the street stocks, he has something over Oaksy, and that is the late models. So that's one thing he can always carry to his grave, saying he's got over Oaksy there. But man, he's definitely giving it all it's worth here and still fighting hard for this one. Lance Brantlinger in that 3, good wrench service, Intimidator machine working on by. I haven't come up with a nickname yet for him, and no, he's not getting the Intimidator, folks. Don't ask me about that one. They're working on die with 25 laps left in this one here. It's been a tremendous race between everybody here. Solid racing all the way through. Work them on through now. Shane Ledoux starting to wear and tear that bottom line. Chantel, the Throttle Pottle, trying to make a move there on the inside. Through we go here. Here comes the 11 of Warren Young now trying to get that Holly 11 ahead. This has been some tremendous racing, short track battles here, good racing all around. And despite that big little wreck we had earlier, man, I've been thoroughly impressed with these drivers, as I don't think I need to be. Ever since we came on here and ever since that season 2 started, it's been mainly clean racing. Green flag runs all around. You rarely see a caution come out anymore. Only when it really gets too intense and too aggressive, that's when you see those cautions come out. But right now, unless Jesse Baker makes a big mistake here, I'm not seeing him really giving up any ground there on that 84. What's going on board here with him? Remember what I said earlier about how you got to keep that corners in tight. You don't want to turn in too much. That's exactly what Justin Baker's doing right now. You can hear him laying off that throttle. Nice, even flow, tempo, tempo, tempo off that run, and there you go. Racing is all about tempo, tempo, and tempo. Find the line, find the mark, and stay on it. When the tires burn up a little bit and trouble starts like it just did right there, you've got big trouble. Chantel, the throttle Pottle, and the 5, and Warren Young yet again off the pace and wrecked. I don't know what happened there, but we're going to the replay here. Look at this here. Let's take a look at this here. Now McCarthy brings it on in here. She was battling hard here. Side by side. Looks like maybe Warren tries to hold his own there on that outside line. Chantel, he brings it up just a little bit, brings it down. McCarthy was there, and that was a 3-wide salute. Once again, another blown motor on Chantel, and she only has one repair after this one, but Warren right now. That guy cannot catch a break tonight, that's for sure. Well, we'll get them on by, and real quick, since we're going to have a little bit of time here for the drivers to get situated back on in, let's go ahead and have one more word from our sponsors. When we come right back, we will be finishing out this race here at Iriwndale Speedway for the Pottlez Racing League Late Models. Tonight's race also sponsored by our good friends, of course, by Matt Mills Racing Team. The best Xfinity team out there is sponsoring and supporting Pottlez Racing League this season. If you're wanting to support Matt Mills Racing today, be sure to follow them up at Matt Mills Racing on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. By Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating. Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating is where you find yourself in a little bit of heating and cooling units to be fixed in Keller or Richland, Texas. You got to stop on over there for the troubleshoot. They'll get the job done right the first time. By Affordable SEO and Marketing, with services provided like web design, pay-per-click advertising, logo designs, business cards, shirts, hats, pins, candy, and more. It's time you outrank your competition online today. By Amber's Floral Creations. You're looking for that special flowers for that special someone, you got to stop on over to Amber's Floral Creations at 321-228-3135. By Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts is supplying up the trophies for the winners of each season. If you're looking to get the best hardware, decoration, gift, or something for your loved one, friends, or family, or if you're a racing league, you get it set up your way by visiting www.bobscustomtrophies.com today. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, that is what they are going for this season. And by simracingmerch.com, the one-stop shop for all your sim racing merchandise needs, including shirts, hats, mugs, and more. It's time you visit up simracingmerch.com to get your sim racing swag on. By Pottlez Wrapz. Looking to have your car, truck, vehicle match the style on the track, and then be sure to hit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. It's such a low and affordable price. What are you waiting for? It's time you brought your creation to life by visiting Pottlez Wrapz today on Facebook. And by Maconi Setup Shop for just $5, you can have the fastest, baddest car to be on the track anytime and any place. To find the right setup for your track and car, be sure to visit Maconi Setup Shop today for more information. Well, folks, we are ready to close this one out and put this one in the record books. Bring them to life one more time here. This one, folks, don't go away, don't go anywhere. You gotta watch this one to the end. This could be a strong finish. And look at this up front. The change has been made. Lance Brandlinger getting a better pit road. Robert Kahn, the 21, a better stop. The 20, Jeffrey Oaks and Christopher No Shift on Colin Pitt Bendel. Working on through. I believe they are on burnt tires right now. They need a good finish here if they want to take this one home. this time around, we will bring them back to life one more time. Is this going to be it for them here tonight? They're waiting for the green flag as they come on by the front stretch. Here we go. Right on around we go here. To the bottom goes Lance Brandlinger trying to apex it off that bottom line. Now Jeffrey Oaks to the inside looking for the 3 wide. Will he take it 3 wide with him? Back and forth they go here, down and on 3. Yes, there's a 3 wide saloon coming right behind all of them. Oh, trouble on the back yet again. Trouble, big trouble. Matthew Hofford clobbered in there, and huge damage again on some of these cars. Dustin Rouse involved in that one. Holy smokes. Oh, no. Let's go to the replay and find out what happened here. What the heck happened? Let's take it from the top here because I think we need to see this one from the top. Here's the replay. Let's take a look at this one. Watch that middle corner here. Watch the bottom. Watch Jesse Baker. Strong off that start. He's looking for the run. He gets a good run there. Tries to hang in there. He's battles it with Matthew Hofford. Cindy takes it 3 wide. Hofford gets loose, actually. I'm not sure if that was him that did that or if there was a tap in there. I'm not for sure. We are going to take another look at this one from another angle here. Let's take a close look at this. Here's the restart yet again. Watch Jesse Baker here. Three wide salute here as they come on around out of turn 2. I'll be honest with you. I think that might have been Hofford that got it loose there, and unfortunately, it ended up costing him ground and time here. Because I did not see Jesse Baker get into him at all there. He was side by side with him. They did take a 3 wide to Sydney, the closer Taylor. However, that did not play into a wreck. Actually, Hofford was already up on the high side there, and he kind of got a little loose there. So I don't know. I'll leave that call up to you at home there, folks. But to me, I think it was Hofford being a little too aggressive on himself, and it just cost him his race. A tough break for him there. I'll tell you one thing though, folks. I've been in his shoes before, and I know what it's like. I'll tell you a little story here. I know I've said this on a podcast before, but there was a few races way back when we were on heat that I had a good run there going. I had a good race going. I always remember Talladega had the lead for 3/4 of that race, and then all of a sudden on the last 2 or 3 laps, all of a sudden had some guys coming up on me, kind of pulling away there. I go into the I'm staying in the inside line. I'm trying to hold that yellow line to the best of my abilities, and unfortunately drove it in just a little, just got it a little loose, got a little below that yellow line. Car had no tire to give, and I was spinning it around quicker than I know it, and it cost everything. And that was really like one of my first chances at winning a race for once. I wasn't until literally, I believe it was 2 races later, we were in the truck series at Phoenix, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I pretty much ran that truck to the end of its core. Tires were burnt up, and the last lap, I blew the tire coming out of turn 4, got into a wreck with some folks, but I got pushed across the finish line to take the win in because I did not pit when everyone else did. So I got a feeling sooner or later these guys will definitely do what they need to later to try to get that same feeling and reward. With 5 laps to go, though, anything is possible. And this time around, Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pit Pendle, has returned to the top. He's looking to try to take this one home. Robert Kahn and him will battle it on back here in the back. Here they go. Through and through, we carry this one by here, right on around yet again, side by side. Vendel now has the race lead from Robert Kahn. 4 laps to go. 3 wide out of turn 1 down into turn 2. The closer is on the attack. Cindy, the closer, Taylor trying to make a move there in a big jump. Jesse Baker trying to hold on for what it's worth there, trying to stay in this one. Jeffrey Oaks and Hammer side by side there as we've got 3 to go. Baker knows he can't keep fighting there with Oaksy. He needs to try to get back up there and try to hang in this one. Looks like a little bit of a run there coming from Jason Rafe. Jason Rafe right now trying to hold his own, trying to stay with these guys and get one bottom. Matthew Hoffer trying to work his way to the back of the front. 2 to go. Green flag waves. We've got the white flag coming out next time. Ah! Contact made there on Jeffrey Oaks by Jesse Baker. They hold it out. They kept it clear, but that just gave Sydney, the closer, Taylor, a chance and a half there to take the lead. Off the run, now down the first turn, we're here. Christopher, no shift, don't call it. Vip Endel has the lead. Coming on down, we've got a battle to the end. Shane Lanier trying to battle there with Lance, bringing leader to the top 10. Top 5 will go out of here as they bring it on around. It's going to be Christopher, no shift, don't call it. Vip Endel, your race winner here tonight. Second place is going to go to Robert the Rattlesnake Con, and third will go to Jeffrey Oaks. Not by much, but that little bump ended up giving him a little more help to win this one. What a race. Dennis Whitmer rooting on his boy once again, and this time the boy wins it. It's been a long time since we've seen this man in victory lane. I believe he's already got one late model victory in, but I know he had an ARCA win in. But I think actually this might be his first. I'll have to ask him in a minute. What a race, what a battle, and congratulations to him. Fighting it all the way through and finally getting the win he was looking for. He came so close at Charlotte. But this time, the shoe is on the other foot. The troubles earlier in the half, but that final race lap got him the win. And it's time for a celebration. Alright, don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. We got to go ahead and cut to a quick commercial break from Maconi Setup Shop, and then we'll talk with you guys in a minute.
At Maconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.maconisetupshop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Maconi Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
What a night, what a race here, folks. It's been an action-packed night, to say the least here. As we get them on in, let's talk with our winner here tonight. All right, folks, now in the chat, we'll pull up the screen on the replay and show you who is your race winner here tonight. But that man right here, Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pit Pendle, once again returns to the top of the mountain as he has now taken a late model win in. And Pendle, you had a lot going down there to the end. You fought hard and all the way through, but finally you ended up getting that win in when you had to get that caution out. What was going through your mind after all that carnage, bud?
Well, first off, I gotta apologize to McCarthy, man. She ran me clean as best she could. We was racing. It was probably the best racing I've been on iRacing. You know, and we got into each other a little bit there. You know, it's so hard to pass her. And she went low to pass me, and I don't know if she got a little bit loose, but got up into me, and I tried to correct it. And then on old tires, I tried to overcorrect it and got back into her, and I apologize for ruining her race. But overall, man, it's awesome to get this late model win. I've been so close a couple times, and you know, after we got into that caution, got back in the back, and then when that second caution happened, everybody's leaders pitted. I took 2 tires instead of 4, and that worked to my advantage, and I was able to start on the outside there and got a good restart and got by the Rattlesnake himself and got the win.
Definitely for sure there, bud. You're one of the only drivers here in this season that's now has one win in each series. You fought hard all the way through here for this one, and you managed to get it home in the autism where it speaks number 16. I got to ask you, Pendle, you're finally in victory lane with the late model, so do you want to thank her for that?
Oh, I will thank everybody. I don't thank my wife for putting up with my ass. But excuse me, I'm sorry. For letting me race, you know, and also I got to thank our sponsors for, you know, putting this on for us. Thanks PTM, Pottlez, and you for letting me race. I enjoy racing with you guys. I have some feet, and I'm looking forward to keeping momentum over here in PTM, and look forward to next week.
Definitely for sure there, man. Well, real quick in the chat, I got told that I need to tell you that Keith Taylor says great job and great win there, Pendle, as well as my friend Dennis Whitmer saying awesome win there, buddy.
I appreciate it, guys. I really do. And, awesome to get my first win.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight in the late models. He wins it once in ARCA. He's now got a win in the late models. This is Christopher. No shift. Don't call him Pit Pendle. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, folks. So as we get ready to go here, we're going to almost call it a night in a minute. We'll see how everyone else plays in. We'll see if we can get Robert Kahn and Jeffrey Oaks. We're waiting them to come on in here in the booth. See if maybe they would like to talk with us after that. But I guess we'll go ahead and give you guys the rundown here. If you want to go ahead and leave for now, we don't mind you. It's okay. We understand. We're going to be a little sad, but, that's all right. We'll see you guys here in a little bit because we will be live here at Blood Eagle Racing here in just a minute. And by the way, if you want to see more asphalt racing or you want to catch something later on and you want to watch the dirt later or you want to watch this stuff a little later on, we'll have this on YouTube. But right now, in just about a few short minutes, our boy Doug the Dad Burns is heading over to run with the Green Mountain Grills machines as he will take them to Charlotte Motor Speedway at Concord, North Carolina for their Charlotte 110 GMG race. This will be a good one to say the least here. But real quick here, just a word to our sponsors, to Matt Mills Racing Team, to Mid-Seas Air Conditioning and Heating, to Affordable SEO and Marketing, to Amber's Floral Creations, to Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, to SimRacingMerch.com, to Pottlez Wrapz, and to Maconi Setup Shop. From all of us here at Pedal and Metal Racing League, we do thank you and appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. Looks like no one else is joining us on it at the moment, so I think we're going to call that one a night. So from all of us here at Pedal and Metal Racing League series and all of us here at PTM Racing TV, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for all you've done. We appreciate you guys. We love y'all. We wish you nothing but the best and to wish you nothing but to take care. Be safe. God bless. Be good now. And we'll see you here in just a few short minutes. It's dirt time with Blood Eagle Racing League coming up. Good night, everybody.